But the problem is not the rhetoric, it's to be expected. What is not is men who fight back, women who fight back, and they say, wait a minute, this not only doesn't make sense, here's the reality of what we're actually dealing with. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sheep Get Sheared podcast. I'm your host, Austin Creed, and my friends, we're going to talk about how feminism frees men. Now, don't get me wrong, I am fully aware of the origins of feminism, and people have talked about this at length, whether it's the people before me in this space and the people who will come after me in this space. But the effects of feminism is well documented. But what's not documented, I don't think, enough is this reality of cherry picking that women do when it comes to feminism. For example, you hear in society that it's all about equality. You know, there are these commie buzzwords that if you know the roots of these words, you know where they come from and you know who said them. You know where they stem from. They stem largely from the commies back, I don't know, give or take 50 to 100 years. And these communists have used this rhetoric, and it's not just, I'm not blaming them for everything, okay? They're not to blame for everything. But when you get down to why equality is a lie, why a lot of feminism was based off of a false reality, and then when you get down to it, you understand why so many men and women are frustrated in society today. It's because we don't actually practice equality. You'll listen to the mainstream media, they'll tell you all day and night how athletes should get paid more. Oh, we need to close the gender pay gap. Oh, we need to promote equality, and we need to stop letting the patriarchy control everything. You ever hear of this garbage?
What?
Yeah, of course you have. We all have. But the problem is not the rhetoric, it's to be expected. What is not is men who fight back, women who fight back, and they say, wait a minute, this not only doesn't make sense, here's the reality of what we're actually dealing with. So when I get to why feminism frees men, well, here's the thing. If you're a traditional guy, you want the traditional American dream, you want the traditional Christian or Islamic or Jewish or Hindu or Buddhist marriage, the traditional marriage, then yeah, feminism is not in your favor at all. In fact, I don't even understand why people want to get married how many at the end of the day, when you look at how many marriages end in divorce, whether it's for educated or uneducated people, why men would walk into this knowing how much they stand to lose if they know it all. We stand at this very interesting crossroads because we see men losing on pretty much every front, and you wonder, how are the women winning on almost every front? Well, I'll tell you. It's not because they're better than you, it's because they're cherry picking. They want to be treated like a woman when it comes to paying for things, when it comes to having to fight, having to provide, having to do the things that are naturally masculine. They are more than happy to have you do that. But when it comes to them following you, them cooking, cleaning, when it comes to them dropping neck on you, when it comes to them submitting to you and doing those things, suddenly, oh no, we don't want to do none of that. We want you to lead, but we want the option on whether we want to follow you or not. We want a backseat drive. We want you to chauffeur us, but we want to reserve the right to grab the wheel at any time we see fit. And don't you dare say nothing, because if you say something, then you're the problem. Not me, not them for yanking the wheel like Trump allegedly did with the beast, or it's not their fault, it's your fault. It's always supposedly your fault as the man. Which is why I say that feminism has freed you. Because let's be honest here. How many of us actually want to be married? No, I'm not talking about the things that come with marriage, you know, like companionship, like sex, like maybe cooking and cleaning, maybe an extra source of income. All of those things can be outsourced, and I go into detail on my book, Biblical Bachelor. Now, I'm not telling you to do anything illegal. What I am telling you to do is ask yourself, wait a minute, do I actually like marriage? Or do I like the idea of having everything that is traditionally associated with marriage? I mean, you have women out here cherry picking and saying, we want you to be masculine, but then we'll choose to be feminine or not. We want to be paid for our, quote, free labor, which is a lie. It's actually the opposite is true. Technically, the man is doing a lot of things for free. But they want to say that they're doing all this for free and they should be paid for everything. They want to be paid up front and on the back end. They want to double dip. They want to cherry pick. Which is why these shenanigans are costing a lot of men their sanity, their money, their energy, their time, their attention. And it's causing a gigantic rift between the sexes that doesn't need to exist. But for some reason, when you want to actually have a discussion and call people out and hold everybody accountable, not just the people you like, not just the people you don't like, but you keep everybody accountable, suddenly people don't like that. They don't like it when they say, wait a minute, these women are cherry picking, or hey, these dudes want to be married, but they don't have enough to offer women to the point where they're not going to be married, or they're going to be married to someone who doesn't respect them. Nobody wants to have that conversation. You'd be surprised how much backlash I get from men when I say, hey guys, guess what? You don't have to get married anymore. You don't have to. Now, then they like to bring up the Bible and whatnot, and here's the thing. Here's the thing. The thing when it comes to the scripture is this. You need to understand the culture of when things were written. And I go into detail about it in Biblical Bachelor again. I don't plug it because I want to make money. I plug it because it's important for people to understand the realities of what your pastor won't tell you, what you won't see talked about in mainstream media, what your dad might not have known, what your grandpa, uncle, cousin, what they don't know, because not that they are keeping it from you, they just don't know. They don't have the knowledge, the historical concepts. They don't understand these unfortunate realities that we're talking about. I wish nothing more than I could tell you to go out there and get married and live that traditional American dream. Guess what? It's not feasible anymore. Are some people still going to have it? Absolutely. But when I see the middle class eroding right before our very eyes, you have to ask yourself, what American dream? Is it the American nightmare or the American dream that you're actually living? And the problem is, we as men have been conditioned to just take the short and risk everything in hopes of getting half of what you actually want. That's the unfortunate truth. I hate to be the one to tell you that.
Oh, hell no!
But unfortunately, it's an unfortunate fact. So, we need to call out these cherry-picking shenanigans that women like to do. They like to say, hey, we want equality here, but then we want to be treated like a woman over here. No. I don't think so. No, what is this treated like a woman? We're equal here, ma'am. What are you talking about? There's no men or women. There's just, are you a human being? Okay, cool. We're going to treat you like X, Y, or Z. I don't care what race, sex, gender, identity, nothing. None of that matters. What matters is, are you a human? Awesome. Okay, here's how we're going to treat you. That's equality. Equality means equal. It doesn't mean equal over here, but over here we want this bar set here. But then on the other side we want the bar set here. No. That's not how this works. That's called selective enforcement. That's not how this works. It's all or nothing. It's all the equality or none. But we live in a cherry-picking culture where we want the equality over on stage, we want it on stage right, but not on stage left. We want it everywhere where we want it, and other places no. And I'm sick of it. And I would encourage, whether you're a man, woman, child, alien, werewolf, I don't care I don't know who you are watching the show, listening to the show. But at the end of the day, I encourage you to call people out on their shenanigans. Call them out on how they try to shift and shimmy their way out of actual accountability for the actions that they have. A lot of people don't like it. Women don't like it when I hold them accountable to a standard that they've set for themselves. They don't like that. They want me to just tell them what they want to hear. No, I don't do that. I don't do that. It's stupid. All it does is give people a false reality. I don't like doing that. And look, if you don't like it, you can kick rocks. I frankly don't care. You have to have the power to let people go. Stop thinking that you are on this planet to be liked. That is the fastest way to having no personality and being just another cog in the wheel. If that's what you want, go right ahead. But if you want to win, you can't do that. You can't win by doing what everybody else is doing and they losing. My friends, the reason why feminism has freed men is because it gives you the chance to choose whether you want to go back to the plantation or you want to go develop your own plan and do what you actually want to do and be a pioneer on a totally different path. That is your choice. And inaction counts as an action, unfortunately. My friends, I'd love to hear what you have to say. Everybody has their own life, everybody has their own experiences, and everybody's gone through different things and come out with different outcomes, and I'd love to hear about it. If you want to share it, feel free to do that. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to read it. My friends, in the meantime, I would encourage you to do your own research, question what you hear, what you read, because this is extremely important. The only way to survive is to think for yourself. To understand that everybody from left, right, center field, the audience, the pitcher's mound, the catcher's mound, the umpire, everybody's out here trying to exploit you to some capacity. So we need to understand this and we need to navigate accordingly, in my humble opinion. My friends, I'm out of here. Have a great day. And I look forward to potentially hearing your story if you want to share it. I'm out. Peace.